If you've never heard my story before, you might at this point wonder, why would that matter? She admitted something between you took place in her statement. I agree, and this is just one of the parts that drives me crazy.
This is Timothy Heller. She used to be the best friend of a very famous pop singer until she accused her of raping her. Melanie Martinez is one of the very famous singer in pop genre and is known for her songs like Play Date, Playhouse. Recently, she got some drama from her past. Her own best friend Timothy Heller has accused her of raping her. This allegation is from way back in 2017. Timothy Heller has resurfaced and posted a TikTok over this matter. But before I explain this, let's go back to 2017, when all of this started. In November 2017, Timothy Heller tweeted about wanting advice on coming forward with a story of abuse. The tweet was vague, not mentioning anyone by name. However, by December 4th, 2017, Heller publicly accused Melanie Martinez of sexual assault. According to her tweet, Melanie was her best friend, but the friendship only revolved around Melanie and not Timothy. She mentions that, when faced with a friend who really needed help though, I can honestly say she let me down completely. During the most difficult time in my life, my rock bottom, her power and control over me grew and grew. It's pretty clear that despite calling Melanie her best friend, the friendship was pretty one-sided. But it all changed when one night during a sleepover, Melanie began to show interest in Timothy's sexual interest and began asking if they could have sex, despite knowing that at that time Timothy had a boyfriend. She tried to convince Timothy by saying that her boyfriend won't find out and it would be so much fun. But Timothy kept saying no repeatedly. I attempted to sleep, but was kept up the entire night by my friend begging me to sleep with her. Somehow Timothy avoided it for the night, but the next night wasn't going to be any different. Melanie again started to begging to have sex with her. This time they were high on weed. Timothy states that she began to touch her arms despite her trying to stop her. The situation quickly escalated and Melanie got what she wanted. Timothy mentioned that for 2 nights straight. It doesn't matter that I didn't resist during the action. I had been broken down. She knew I didn't want to. I made that clear. I didn't scream at her. I didn't force her off me because I loved her and I just wanted it all to be over. They never talked about this night and their friendship got over because Melanie did not have time for her. This was all mentioned in tweet made by Timothy Heller. In response to this tweet, Melanie responded saying that she is horrified and saddened by the statements and mentioning Timothy Heller never said no, accepting the fact that something did happen while denying the root cause of all the allegations. But the real mess started in the interview that Timothy Heller did on December 5th. In this interview, Timothy shared a picture that was taken on the night all that mess happened. Melanie was seen wearing fuzzy handcuffs in that picture. As per Timothy, the date this photo was taken was 25th June, 2015. But this is where everything went wrong. She messed up the timeline of all this incident and Melanie fans were quick to find it out. The photograph from the interview and sexual assault did not match up with Melanie's geographical location and physical appearance at that time. That was all it took for Melanie fans to bully Timothy Heller and made her run back to the deepest, darkest cave known to mankind. They didn't eventually notice that Melanie's response to all this was just, she didn't say no, that's not a consent to do things with someone. Now Timothy Heller has posted a TikTok on 16th July explaining all the hate and negativity she had to go through for past recent years. She was having suicidal thoughts. People were hating on her music for no reason. There were false stories about her. Basically, her life was completely ruined.
Fortunately, this was enough for 99% of her fans to take what she said as truth and deem me a liar. The majority of the followers were people who actively hated me. I suddenly had thousands of hate accounts dedicated to me, thousands of dislikes and negative comments on all of my music, and completely ridiculous fabricated stories of me being posted online. I really hoped it would die out and people who liked me would stick around and I'd be able to move on with my career, but it never died. Anything I attempted to do was infected with this story. Googling me results in many first-page results calling me a liar. The people who hated me took it upon themselves to ruin every opportunity for me.
She is asking for support in her recent TikTok and a chance to get justice for what went down between her and Melanie. People seem supportive, seeing the comments on the recent post of Melanie. What do you think about this whole situation?